Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Taurus. You can have Taurus anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you're here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. Okay, Taurus. When I was shuffling the cards, I was called to listen to music, which I actually haven't done in a while. And the song that came up for you is a song called Oh Sarah by Sturgill Simpson. And in the song, he just has something to say to a woman about, something that's gone on or something that he's like kind of dreading. And I will say I'm going to start with the archetype cards. And normally when I use the archetype cards, I do get two energies. It's usually a reading about you and someone else, or at least two aspects of yourself. So in the song, he's talking about, he says, I can't, what does he say? I can't get past the pain of what I have to say to you. And then later on, like not that much later on, but she says, if there's something you have to tell me now, before I go and give my heart away. I can go on with my life, you can go on with your strife. Speak those words, something's trying to say, your heart? Something. But anyway, and I'm hearing another line from the song that says, sometimes I feel a little crazy, but goddamn, sometimes crazy's how I feel. Sometimes I seem a little crazy, but goddamn, sometimes crazy's how I feel. So, I did get the message that maybe there's something that you're kind of in denial about in your own personal life, whether this is just pertaining to who you are as a person, or if there's some relationship or situation that you're just not being fully honest with yourself, Okay, let's see here. The Exorcist. I'm sorry if this looks a little wonky because the camera is over here for me, and so I'm gonna have to like flip it for you guys for it to so you can see it correctly. Let's see here. Fear of facing your own demons. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. What's on the bottom? Beggar. Dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. So I'm just reading the shadow attributes because that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up here. Because of the song is talking about, there is something that's needing to be said that maybe isn't, like, it's a hard thing to say. And you have to face your own demons in order to speak the truth out loud. Whether this is you or a person you're dealing with. Someone is struggling to even just be honest with themselves. But the thing is, in this card, he's holding two feathers, or this person is holding two feathers. And feathers represent like the air energy, and air is represented by swords in the tarot. And this is kind of giving me like the Two of Swords vibes, where the Two of Swords is about having a decision to make. So it's like you have the decision to either stay in the shadow, or if this is you, I'm going to read it as this is you, but it can always be vice versa. So you have the choice to stay in the shadow attribute, or you have the choice to go into the light attribute, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. So here's the thing, is if you are going to speak whatever is needing to be spoken, I think you fear losing this, what's on the bottom here, the dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. It's almost like you, right now, you don't have to try to maintain whatever this is, but if you're honest, if you speak the truth, if you speak of something that maybe you have done, that you'll lose it, that it'll no longer be in your life. And so it's like, in that song, he says, I can't get past the pain of what I need to say to you. And it's all, and like, it's like his fear is stopping him from being truthful, from giving the other person the power of choice, you know, because when we're dishonest, we take power from other people, from the ones we're being dishonest with. If you're being dishonest with yourself, you are taking the power away from yourself. If you are being dishonest with a partner, you are taking it, the power away from your partner, the power to decide for themselves what is best for their path. Okay, we're gonna see, do I want to keep going? We might get another one, but later. Right now, I want to see what this person is being dishonest about. Okay, sorry. What is this person being dishonest about? We are going to use the, oh goodness, what is this deck called? Dream something tarot. Oh no, it's slumber, something slumber. Cosmic Slumber Tarot. I do believe that's what it's called, Cosmic Slumber. Okay, so what is the Exorcist being dishonest about? What is the Exorcist being dishonest about? I all of a sudden feel like I need to clear my throat. My throat chakra is very like, it's feeling very like gunked up. So it's almost like when you're going to like speak this out loud. Look, there's those two swords again. It's like choices. Six of Pentacles on the bottom, which is like equal give and take. But yeah, it's like, it's almost like every time you go to speak the truth, it's almost like your throat closes up a little bit. Like you feel like you physically can't. Oh my goodness, it's like, let me take a drink of water. I feel like that just made it worse. I don't know what's going on, because this isn't like, I wasn't feeling like this before I started your reading. Only when I started talking about speaking the truth. Okay. Oh my gosh, do you see this? Oh, I forget. I'm going to turn this over. So it's the Two of Swords. Oh my gosh. And the Five of Cups. You know, you literally know that whenever it is that you speak this truth, this person is no longer going to reciprocate. And then you're going to be heartbroken. You know, it's like, but what's interesting about this Five of Cups is, I forgot my little thing. Where is it? Oh, I put it in the other room. Shoot. The thing about this Five of Cups is normally the Five of Cups, there's three knocked over cups and 2 cups that are upright. And if you look here, all of the cups are actually upright. You can't tell if they're full, but they're only looking into this one. And I'm seeing this starfish too. Oh, okay. This is what they're saying, because the starfish in the animal spirit deck that I have, the wild unknown animal spirit, and the starfish, and this is probably just the meaning in general, but the starfish represents like kind of shallowness. It represents like surface level things. Or it can represent that. And it's almost like these other opportunities that you have beside you, or the things that you have been feeling it's like whatever you were being dishonest about. Sorry. I can't tell if it's straight or not. But anyway, whatever you were being dishonest about is what these 4 cups are about. And it's like they're not satisfying. The only thing that was satisfying was the one that's empty. The one that once it's like you tell the truth, that cup is going to, it's like that person that it represents is no longer going to be willing to give and receive with you, with the 6 of Pentacles on the bottom. It's like they're no longer going to give. And it's like you are just sitting there looking into that void of, and you know this is going to happen. It could have already happened. You could have spoken the truth recently, but I'm getting the message that it's like you're needing to speak a truth. And like I said, this can always be vice versa. You can be the person that someone is going to tell you something, and it's not going to feel pretty, right? But it's like you made your bed, now lie in it, right? Kind of message going on here with the 5 of Cups. It's like, by being honest, by giving the truth, you're giving the other person the power of choice. That is the 2 of Swords. It's the power of choice. And you know that they're probably going to choose the choice where you're left with only things that don't matter. And then it's like everything that does matter, if you look here, this sea is just like really, really like tumultuous, like very rough, and a huge storm cloud about to go in front of the sun. So it's like what was good will no longer be. It's going to be covered up because the sun represents like just gloriousness, ultimate beauty, and it's going to be covered up, and it's going to bring a storm, an emotional storm, because it's a big ocean, right? It's going to, and this person's like not even taking any precautions. They're just sitting there on the shore knowing that this big storm is coming in. It's almost like you can't take action telling the truth, but you do end up doing it. I do feel that. But it's also like the repercussions, it's just like you're just kind of like laying there and being like, oh, come what may. But when you could do something about it, you could get up off that shoreline and like take shelter. You like, you know, so maybe whatever this is, maybe you will lose something that means a lot more to you than you ever thought it did. But you still have to take care of yourself, because no matter how much we fuck up in life, we are still deserving of love and kindness and like at least like counsel on how to be better or how to get better. You have to at least give yourself that. If you're not happy with where you are as a person, you know, you have to take the right steps. And there is a grieving process right? And that's totally fine. Grieving is a totally normal thing, but when we lose something, but you also still have to take care of yourself. You can't just completely be like, oh, let this ocean take me away. You can't give in to the storm. I'm hearing you have to learn like how to love yourself enough to at least take shelter, you know, at least it's almost like you feel like you deserve this. You deserve the storm. You deserve it. And if you're the other person, it's like when you find this out, it's like you feel like they deserve every bad thing that could ever possibly happen to them. And that's just not a way to be either. Because, okay, speaking from the other person's point of view, they're also on the, like, they're also this person. You know, they're losing something just as equally as the other person, right? This truth is, yeah, it might set them free, but it also feels really terrible because maybe they had a lot of faith in this situation. But then they find out it's like all surface level and nothing was real. And they just want to be swept away by the grief as well. It's like no matter who is being spoken about here, they are both struggling to find joy right now. It seems like the joy has been covered up. Okay, where are we at? 17 minutes. Okay. You know, okay, so I do want to look at the other person now. I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, what is this other person's energy, please? Let's move this a little. Oops, sorry. Okay. Hang on a second. Sorry, guys. I had a drink and my cat was acting like she was going to knock it over, so I had to move it. Okay. So, what is this other person's energy, please? What is the other person's energy? So this could be either you or the other person, depending on what side you're resonating with. What is the other person's energy for Taurus, please? The other person's energy. I just got a big whiff of basil. So I don't know if that's confirmation for someone, but oh, it smells so good. Teacher on the bottom. So this person could literally be like a teacher. Lover. Okay. So I was getting this strongly, but it's like you were in a relationship and maybe you cheated on the other person, or vice versa, you were cheated on, and yeah. So it could be that, just because the lover energy, it's like there has been a really strong love energy coming through here. Just with that song too, like, you know, it's, I wouldn't call it a love song. It's almost like, I don't know. Shadow attributes, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Light attributes, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Okay, so when I first read this shadow attribute, it was like this, there's no justification, I think, for whatever this exorcist has done. You know, like if someone cheated in a relationship, it's like you can't blame it on the other person, because you have to either, you know, like if you're in a committed relationship, I'm not talking about like polyamorous relationships. If you are in a committed person-to-person relationship, you can't justify cheating by the way that someone else is, by the way the other person is. It's not on them to make you not cheat. You have to, choose to not do that. Because what I was getting here, it says obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. It's almost like maybe this exorcist person felt smothered, or they felt just like, I don't know, it's almost like there was some resentment going on underneath the surface, but it's like, that's when you speak the truth. It's like, I can't get past the pain of what I want to say to you. Well, you can either speak up for yourself before you do something that's going to hurt this person even more, or you can, it's like, I'm getting like cheating as a form to get out of a relationship. That's what this actually feels like. It's like, well, I can't tell this person how they're making me feel, so I'm just going to do the unforgivable. That way they'll leave me. Yeah, because it feels like this person was very committed, very passionate towards this other person. Like they definitely wanted the relationship. And I'm hearing like what's the word? Like claustrophobic. It made this exorcist person feel claustrophobic almost. Because in that song too, he's talking about, he says, on the road is where I'm going to find my way. It's almost like he has to be wild and free in order to be happy. But instead of just like saying that he needed that and seeing if the other person, maybe the other person would be like, okay, let's try to work on this. Let's try to, and it's like, if you're, okay, I'm not giving this advice, but this is coming up for whatever reason. If your partner wants to be polyamorous, but you do not want to be, then don't agree to it just to keep the relationship. That's not the correct way to go about it. But maybe this person would have had a little bit of an open mind, being like, okay, let's see, maybe that's the solution, maybe it's not the solution. Maybe we need to figure something out. We can either figure it out together, and if we can't, then we can go on our separate ways. It's like they would have handled it a lot more maturely than I think you thought they would. Just with that teacher underlying there. It's like they want to learn from life. They want you to learn from life. They want it all to just to learn what needs to be learned. Okay, so with this Lover card, I'm going to use the Taurus Tarot, right? Yeah, wait. No. They want me to use the Golden Compass, I think it's called. We're going to use the Golden Compass Tarot. What is the message for this lover person? What's going on with this lover person? And I know that's a really specific message, and if this isn't you, if you're in a happily committed relationship, then it's just not your reading. You know, so on and so forth, like you hear in every reading. Just but I keep hearing that whole like cheating to get out of an unhealthy relationship, or like to not, it's like you cheat to not have to break up with someone. It's like you cheat so you get broken up with. And it's like, I just read that fear facing your own demons again. It's like, why do you not want to be upfront? Like, you have to ask yourself that. Why do you not? It's like you don't want to stand up for yourself. You don't want to hurt someone, but you're going to hurt them in another way. You just don't want to. It's so odd because it's like, it's almost like you feel like you're hurting them less by doing them wrong instead of like just ending it. It's so interesting. And we have the Five of Wands here with the King of Wands on the bottom for this lover. Okay, so the first thing that's coming up, this is kind of interesting, is it's like it might backfire a bit. This person, it's like they're going to fight no matter what. They're like, okay, we can get through this. We can work through this. You know, the King of Wands is on the bottom. And with the Five of Wands. And Five of Wands literally means like fighting, and battling. It's almost like they're ready to fight for this, because they're passionate about it. They have the Lover, the King of Wands, the Five of Wands. It's like, and even in this Lover's card, it says obsessive passion. And so like it could make them want to fight harder, because they're like, well, this person doesn't love me. What do I need to do to make this person love me? And that, like, that's not healthy, right? But it is a reaction sometimes that we can have to people wronging us. It's like, what did I do wrong? What can I do differently? You know what they're saying? They're saying to put this Two of Swords in between. Okay, hang on a second. I just need to move this so it's like a little bit more even. Yeah. So it's like you do this thing to get this person to, you know, you think it's going to make them leave you or whatever, but it actually just makes them fight harder. And you just need to tell them the truth, because when, like I said at the beginning, it's like when we don't tell the truth, we take away people's power. You're not telling the truth. You did an action, but you're not telling the truth. The truth would be like, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. And then that will set them free. Okay, let's get some advice. What do I want to do here? Okay, I'm going to use the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. Goddess Guidance Oracle. Okay, what is the advice for the Exorcist? What's the advice for the Exorcist in this reading for Taurus, please? What is the advice for the Exorcist? I'm hearing the words, the easy route, easy being in quotation marks, and then the hard route, which is being truthful. Now here we have Bridget for the Exorcist, and it says, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. That, yeah, you need to, and look on the bottom of Sekhmet, be strong. You just have to suck it up. You have to suck it up. And if you've already, like, say this is a relationship and you cheated, it's like, if you've already done that, you have to tell that. And then you also have to tell, like, I did it because I didn't want to be truthful with the way things were going. You just have to do it, you know, and then it'll be over. Well, it won't be over. You still will have to have a conversation, and, like, if a breakup is in your future, then a breakup is in your future. Or if, like, you know, going to counseling, figuring out why you are sabotaging this. Like, if it's a truly good thing, like, why are you sabotaging it? you know, like, it's like the hard part will be over. Speaking it out loud, that will be over. And that's the part that you fear the most. You don't really fear the repercussions. You fear the actual moment where you have to be truthful. Okay. Let's look at the advice for the lover, please. Advice for the lover. What's the advice for the lover for this reading for Taurus? What's the advice for the lover? I'm hearing self-worth. You know, you got to get to the bottom of your self-worth. What is, okay, cycles and rhythms, Maeve. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. And then Irene, peace is at the bottom. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. Yeah, it's almost like if you're this person, you're going to be heartbroken, okay? You are. But you have to have, it's okay to grieve, but you have to have, with the cycles and rhythms, it's like that grief process. You have to respect it. You know, denial is, you know, you will try to deny that this person either did this to you, or you will try to deny that you're so hurt by it. But it's like you just have to go with that rhythm, the cycle of grief, and get through it. And at the end, there will be peace. Everything is working out beautifully, it says with Irene. At the end, there will be peace. You will be able to be in a much better position than you ever would be with this person. Or if you're working things out with this person, like if you're going to counseling or whatever, it's like the truth being spoken, it literally will set you free. It will set you free. Because right now you feel like you're fighting for something that you're not really sure. It's like you're fighting for it because you love this person. You're fighting for it because you feel like it's right for you. But that's only because you don't know the full truth. Okay. So I'm going to also get some advice just in the middle for the whole entire relationship. The energy between the two energies, like the advice between the two energies. What's the advice between these two energies? I'm looking up and I have this little like metal box on my fridge that holds like my wet erase markers for my calendar that I have. I have like a 3-month calendar that I use wet erase markers on. And I'm looking up and there's the letter F on it. So maybe that letter might mean something to you. The letter F. I don't know. It's like, it's supposed to be a flower, but it looks like an F from this ankle. Okay, so anyway, what is the advice between these two piles? Or between these two energies? What's the advice for this Taurus reading in the middle of these two energies? You know what they're saying? Well, 4 cards came out, so I don't really want to take 4 cards. But I want to take this one because it was the first one I saw. Like it came up face up. It says, Yamanya, golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. It's like when one door closes, another door opens. Both of you are going to get through this. Both of you are going to learn a ton from the situation. And yeah, you're going to make it through. Okay? So, Taurus, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, You can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank any of you for being present today. I thank any of your guys that are present, any of my guys that are present from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.